Viewer discretion is advised.
Lucy, bring us in.
Okay. Hello and welcome back to Gossip at the Corpse Cart.
Oh my God, yes.
Where Amanda and I talk about shit you've seen on the internet probably already.
And then we force unconsenting podcast friends to read the worst things.
We hold them at gunpoint.
I gotta read? You didn't tell me I have to read.
Oh, you have to cold read, Daddy.
Well, I'm Lucy. That's Amanda. This is Gak. And welcome to the show, Justin Evans from The Peripheral.
So many
and
podcasts.
The other one, Gen Y. What else?
Deadly Misadventures.
Kansas City.
Galveston.
Galveston.
Welcome, Justin. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I clicked the wrong one.
Sure you did.
Here you go. There it is. Welcome, Justin. We're so happy to have you. Oh my God. I'm so sorry about my blunder. I can't believe it.
I bet.
Justin, we haven't seen you since Dallas.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Well, since Dallas, I've been okay. I'm a little tired today. I went and saw the Pixies last night. So
Yeah, you did.
yes.
We saw your romantic selfie with Aaron.
yeah.
You two are so cute together. I love it. You look
really
very
are.
happy.
And next time we see you, it'll be in just a few weeks in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this will have already aired by then.
No, I think we'll have already done the festival by the time this airs.
Oh, that's what I meant.
That's what you meant.
That's what I meant.
got your back.
That's what I said.
That's
Thanks,
exactly
pal.
what I said.
So after that, then we'll see you in the Berkshires for the Berkshire Podcast Festival hosted
You'll
by Josh
see
Hallmark.
him.
I can say
Yes.
Berkshires. Am I doing it wrong?
No, you're doing it right. It's Berkshires.
Okay.
But
Okay.
What'd I say?
Berkshires.
Shears.
Berkshires.
The Berkshires. The last time, I just want to warn you, Lucy, because the last time I was in the Berkshires with Justin, he tried to feed me to a bear.
I've heard
Yeah.
this story, yes.
And so he can't be trusted.
She chose the bear over the man. So
Oh, we'll get to the bear
Yeah.
in my headlines.
I'd choose the bear over Justin, too.
I would never choose the bear over Justin, honestly. Justin is one of the few I trust, like, two mostly heterosexual men, and I married one of them, and the other one is Justin.
Hey.
Yay.
Mostly because Justin knows too much. Like, when we were in Dallas for Obsessed Fest, Josh Hallmark of True Crime Bullshit and Unsafe Spaces, and he has another show that he just announced that I am a piece of shit and super high and can't remember the name of, but go check out both
Yeah.
Studio Both and, because they're putting out some incredible content. But anyway, Josh and I got hammered. Like, it was next level. It was like a level of hammered that I hadn't reached since I was in Vegas for my bachelorette. It was nuts.
I'm so sad I was pregnant during that
Yeah, you were
time.
so pregnant. And
I was very tired.
we hung out in like one of your rooms together till like 4 a.m. And now Justin just knows way too much. And I cannot ever cross him because he holds my tiny bird-like life in his hands.
Didn't you guys share a bathroom, too?
Yeah.
Yes, in the Berkshires.
Yeah.
That was a
It was a-
different trip. So we learned all kinds of other things that time because the door also didn't fully close.
No. It was a Jack and Jill bathroom, and the doors wouldn't close.
The doors wouldn't close. And this was so cute too because I got there and Justin was like, so I wanted to give you like the nicer room, like the bigger room upstairs, but I went into the other room and I can't fit in the bed because Justin's so tall. So I slept on like basically a day bed, like a trundle bed, but I fell asleep giggling to myself every night at the thought of Justin walking into that room with a suitcase and be like, oh, that's not going to work. And then like testing it out, all curled up. And then not texting me, waiting for me to arrive and being like, I have bad news. You're in the trundle because I can't fit in it. And then you offered to sleep on the couch downstairs if I really didn't want the trundle bed. You're like the nicest person. You need to be meaner.
Oh, we'll get to it because actually, Justin, we've got a fun surprise for you in store.
Oh my god, yeah, we have
You gotta
such a
dig up a mean streak on me.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have the coolest like deviation from the norm today, y'all. But don't worry, you're still getting all the other things that you normally get.
Yes, but we have a fun little interjection, a mystical interjection, if you will.
We're basically using this entire episode to fully troll you.
Oh, great. I
gotta
thought
read
I
the
was
fine
agreeing to
print.
one thing.
No, you got to read the fine print. Every single email we send out has a really, really tiny line at the bottom. That
It's also
says-
white, so it blends in with the
It's white,
background.
yeah. You have to highlight
you have to
it to
highlight
see
it to
it.
read it.
What fucking
It's like
email?
disappearing ink.
You didn't send me any email.
You're right. We texted, but our texts also have it. So
You
they
gotta
just
highlight the
didn't
text.
come through because you have a fucking Android.
Yeah, you have an Android. That's why
Yeah.
you didn't see it.
Yeah, it's your fault. Justin's fault.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep that handy so I don't have
Oh
to
my
keep searching
God.
for it every time.
I-
Anyway,
you know,
All right.
Whatever phone I have doesn't matter. They all suck. I'm like sounding like a boomer now. I want to go back to like my T9 while I'm shifting
we're
my
gonna get you a
manual stick car.
jitterbug. A jitterbug. Gonna get you a fucking jitterbug.
The
Do you know what
buttons
it?
are the size of your mouth.
Have you ever seen a jitterbug, Justin?
I don't even know what a jitterbug is.
I'll
It's an
text you a
old
link.
person phone.
It's a phone for grandpas.
The font is like massive. The buttons are huge. There's like one big life alert button in the middle.
I'm dying. Please help me. It can launch a flare in the air and also beam out your location. I really think you need it.
I was just thinking
it
of that.
woofs every family member.
Was it the 80s Wham song? The jitterbug.
Jitterbug. Yeah, I think they used that song in their advertising.
Yeah.
You're ready. All right.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
let the trolling continue because it's already begun.
Well, let's kick it off and maybe give Justin a tiny bit of reprieve for just a
Nope.
couple minutes with some crazy headlines from Amanda.
Yes, well, I'll start with this note that I wrote a while ago. My theme for headlines today is things I could imagine Justin doing.
So let's all imagine Justin doing these things.
Yep, so Justin is basically going to be the protagonist or antagonist, depending on, what side you're on, of all of these stories. Starting with this. Serial pooper targets headstones in Michigan cemetery.
Oh, no.
Where were you in April, Justin?
Ooh, Galveston, probably.
Probably Galveston. Dumping my bags of poop into the ocean.
Yeah, managing your spot on the board at the Robert Durst Memorial Library of Galveston. Okay, fine. He has an alibi. But this person in Dearborn, Michigan doesn't.
Oh, God.
The article reads, a serial pooper has been on the loose in southeast Michigan, targeting a local cemetery since February. It's been going on
God.
for months.
It's cold in February in Michigan.
Yeah. The commitment.
I mean, is he like hovering like over the or is he like using it like sit and then poop on the other side?
Couple things. First of all, extremely sexist to assume the serial pooper is a man. Anyone with a butthole can be a serial pooper, Justin.
You right.
Second of all, I have no answers, and hopefully this article will have them for us because I famously I pick the headlines that I think are funniest, and that I do not read the article, so I can cold read it on air and experience it in real time with all of you.
She plays it off as a bit, but really it's just a lack of preparation.
1000%. But it started as a lack of preparation, but now it's just way more fun.
It is
to
fun.
all learn it together, like we do with the confessions.
And I would never be this pooper in a cemetery or graveyard because I only will use a bidet now. So I'd have to run a
Same.
hose into the graveyard.
Do you have a tushy?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, me too. It's changed my life.
I cannot wait for our special installment later because you're filling it in.
Oh no. It shows his we're gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off. Here's this fucking article. Here we go.
Okay, go on.
The first incident was reported on February 25th. Dearborn police told the TV station Fox 2 Detroit. An individual is pooping on various headstones at Northview Cemetery in the city. It has happened 7 times.
Oh!
And a different grave has been targeted each time. This is genius because it would be too easy to trace through like one stone's known enemies.
Yeah.
If you're targeting one stone, you're going to give yourself away, serial pooper. So just include the person you hate in a seemingly random smattering.
So the deceased victims are not connected.
It does not appear so. However, the stool samples have not been sent for DNA testing because the state is prioritizing a backlog of evidence involved in more serious cases.
What more serious cases?
What could be more serious?
Don't end the backlog. We need the backlog.
The backlog.
Throw up.
You want to do a
But
charity
please
event?
end the backlog. No, we all know how that went last time, Justin. If you purchase a nope, that's an ad that I just started reading. Here we go.
Was it an ad for a bidet?
If you purchase
A product or register for an account through a link on our site, we may receive compensation. There's no more. There's no follow-up. That was it. It was just like a little fucking blotter.
What?
Oh my God, that's
I thought
incredible.
there'd be more. So you're welcome, whatever ad I just accidentally. Oh, you know what? You know what this is an ad for? It's to advertise on their site.
Oh, yeah.
So we should reach out. I'm going to check their user agreement.
Was this whole
just kidding.
story an ad? Was it true?
No, it's true. I got that. This was sent to me a lot of times.
Okay.
Like this was not a once off.
I was afraid it was like one of those bus stops that's like advertising works because you clicked on this story about a serial graveyard shitter in Michigan.
Michigan serial graveyard
Advertising
shitter.
works.
But did anyone send you the Atomic Wedgie article?
A lot of people said that.
fuck
Also, that's super old.
Yeah. Grow up.
Grandpa. He DM'd me the other day.
From his jitterbug.
I'm gonna fucking die. So Grandpa Jay DM'd me from his jitterbug the other day. The like old Vine viral video that's now going around on TikTok of the real life news story of a guy who died as the result of being given an atomic wedgie.
You read
Happens.
that like years ago.
Yes,
Quiet.
It happens, he said.
it happens. I don't even remember what I said. What did I say to you? I said something about how I was gonna.
That's how I'm gonna take you out.
I did. Yeah, this is how I'm gonna take you out, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my
See you
god.
in Denver.
See you in hell.
So
Okay, now this
I'm wearing
one-
fabric boxers only now.
He only wears tearaway boxers now.
Tear away.
He's much too scared.
Velcro on the sides just
Yep.
in case.
Okay, so for my next headline, which the article is more substantial than that, I glanced enough. I didn't mistake it for only oops, all ads.
It was 3 sentences.
3 lines, a police blotter, and 50 ads. Okay. I believe that Justin would be the one to plant the quote-unquote monsters in this situation. Even though this article does not suggest that these monsters were indeed planted, I just feel like this is something Justin would do. So here we go. Toddler tells mom she hears monsters in her bedroom. Beekeeper discovers over 50,000 bees in the wall.
It's a toddler.
Justin
This
just-
checks out.
Justin's just
no.
planting bees in the wall
Yeah.
outside of a toddler's bedroom. Totally on track. A toddler's persistence about monsters in her bedroom led to an unbelievable discovery in the family's 100-year-old farmhouse. Ashley Massis Class, who goes by Class Ashley on TikTok,
Okay.
that hurt my brain, tried to reassure the oldest of her 3 kids when she first started reporting there were monsters in her room. Quote, she was saying that she heard monsters in her bedroom wall, but we'd been watching Monsters, Inc., Ashley explains to people. She was a little speech delayed, so when she tried explaining it, we thought she meant there were monsters in her closet. That is so fair. That makes perfect sense. Justin, have you seen Monsters, Inc., or are you just a huge piece of shit?
I don't have kids. I would feel like a pedo if I
Neither
watched
do
Disney.
I. No. Okay.
Like,
Is Disney a trash company with evil motivations? Yes, absolutely. But Pixar slaps.
Justin,
bro.
I'm in the same boat as you, and I do have a kid.
I'm like, and
That's because
like
Lucy only likes
would,
the problematic old Disney movies.
yeah, exactly.
I do.
And I
And
would
Mulan.
totally plant bees in some toddler's room because
You
this
would.
is 3D chess, getting the mom to gaslight the kid. There's nothing wrong here. I mean, this is like total manipulation. Like,
Yeah, this would be a hilarious
Justin would just do it for the
reality
gigs.
show. Yeah.
yeah, do it for the lulz.
To reassure her, Ashley and her husband tried everything. We told her nobody's in that closet. We made jokes about fighting the monster. We gave her a spray bottle full of water. That was
Oh
her
my
monster
God, this
spray.
is so gaslighty.
I think my
A monster
nieces,
spray.
I think
That's
my
cute.
nieces might have had monster spray. No, they had sleep spray. I
Oh
don't know.
God, what is that?
It's like to keep bad dreams away. I was babysitting my neighbor's kids the other night, and they have a new nighttime ritual where you have to make up a spell on the spot to banish nightmares.
Oh Jesus.
I'm trying to remember. I think I said abracadabra, alakazam, nightmares aren't real, go to bed, or something like that.
Don't let the gray man get you.
Don't. It's Pale Man, and don't. He's awful.
You know, this is the thing is kids don't appreciate nightmares enough because as you become an adult, that's the only time you really feel alive is after you're like waking up and having your body shredded and you're like, oh, I have to get up and go work again.
Oh, I have to go to work.
It's true. The last time my heart rate has been elevated for any amount of time has been like during a nightmare.
Well,
Certainly not from exercise.
You heard it here first, folks. Justin only feels alive waking from a nightmare. Yikes. Wellness
Yikes.
check pending. Okay. Then the toddler started to have night terrors. Oh my God, this is getting bad. With Ashley explaining she was just freaking out. She had to stay in our room, and she kept saying there were monsters. Wouldn't you, out of curiosity, like sleep in the kids' room for one night with them? If this was, I would. If this was
I would
like
assume it
ongoing
was a
for so
Frogger.
long. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
the
that's
monster
part,
spray is agitating the bees and they're stinging her in the night.
Probably, yeah.
It's the night terror. She's getting stung.
You need monster smoke. Bees respond
agitating
better to the smoke.
she had to stay in our room, and she kept saying there were monsters. We thought in part that she was experiencing a little regression since I had just had a baby in February and was pregnant and tired before that. Then a few weeks ago, Ashley and her husband noticed a few bees entering their attic. Since they live in a 100-year-old farmhouse, they decided to go ahead and call a pest control company. Once they were informed they were honeybees, thank God, they had to take a different approach because, yeah, you can't exterminate them. They have to be safely moved.
These meddling kids.
Okay, well, we want an environment, period. So we
Honeybee
gotta save the
population
bees.
is way up. I
Thank
read that
God.
today.
Thank God.
That kid needed to tough it out and build up a tolerance because now they won't need an EpiPen later. I mean, this is
Honestly,
why.
this family needed to move the fuck out and give the bees their house.
I don't think those bees sting.
They do.
Honeybees can sting, but they aren't like aggressive.
They're not like wasps.
No.
No, and they die when they sting you.
Yes. So they don't even want to do that.
Yeah.
The pest control company told us they were honeybees, probably just looking for a place to stay. They don't spray them because they are endangered. So that took me down this whole new path, she said. The couple thought it would be as simple as contacting a beekeeper and patching the hole that they were coming in through. But that turned out not to be the case.
Then the pest control guy comes into their bedroom and says, "There's monsters in there."
There are monsters in the walls for sure. You guys are dicks. Your kid was right.
Thousands.
Beekeeper
50,000 monsters in your wall.
50,000 plus monsters in your wall. Beekeeper after beekeeper was like, nope, they're not in the house yet. They drilled a hole up in our attic and said they didn't see anything. It wasn't until a beekeeper actually sat there and observed, oh, brilliant. It wasn't until someone looked at it long enough to figure it out that he was like, okay, so I see them going down into the floorboards of this unfinished part of their attic. Let's see where this wall runs down. Underneath there, directly, is my daughter's room. This is wild. The beekeeper came prepared with a thermal camera. Have you ever seen these images? They're nuts. With a thermal camera to assess the situation, but no one could have predicted what they would discover. This wall is just red.
Oh,
So
my
she's
God, sick.
it looks like she's growing weed in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a person. That's bees.
Ew.
Like, corporate wants you to find the difference between these two glowing orbs.
Oh my
Surprised
God.
the cops
They're the
didn't
same
raid
glowing
it.
orbs. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, you're hiding migrants in your walls.
Migratory bees. At first, I thought it was a body. I was like, whoa, what is that?
Jesus Christ.
And he says he thinks it's a hive. He didn't even have his bee gear on yet, but he took a hammer and knocked into the wall. Bees came swarming out like a horror movie. It's that scene in Parks and Rec where they're breaking down the fence between Pawnee and Eagleton and a million bees fly out and start stinging everybody.
Also, Candyman.
Oh, God, yeah.
Hole in the wall, bees. Ugh.
This is a real Candyman situation.
And I hope the beekeeper told the little girl, like, there was a lot of them. I might have missed a few.
Yeah, seriously. That girl's never going to sleep again.
You were right. Don't ever listen to your parents again.
And every sound you hear probably is 50,000 plus bees
Yeah.
in a giant human suit waiting to come out of your wall.
Oh my God.
Bye!
They like to eat candy.
They love candy and little girls' toes.
Get that child therapy.
I'm a really good babysitter, you guys.
Yeah.
Ashley continues, there were streams of bees in the wall where I don't know what this quote is. There were streams of bees and the wall where he hit. Okay, so where he had slammed into the wall was oozing honey, but it looked like blood because it was really, really dark running down my daughter's pink walls.
Oh my God.
This is like Amityville.
This is House of a Thousand Corpses, like body horror shit.
I love it.
The beekeeper acted fast, shutting the door and getting into his gear. He spun around 4 times at a nearby phone booth and suddenly Superman appeared. He informed Ashley that they had to open up more of the wall to understand the extent of the situation. He opened the wall and it was one of the biggest hives he's seen in his 40 years of beekeeping.
Damn.
But Jason Statham could handle it, you know.
Oh, yeah. He has a very specific set of skills. And yes, I know that's a different movie. And no, I don't care.
I mean, like, he's been the driver, the beekeeper. Like, what's next? Like, the trash man. Like, come on,
Yeah.
Jason.
Let's
Come on,
go.
Jason. He's the new Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And I love it. Just 50,000 bees were swarming like crazy in my daughter's bedroom. It was a nightmare. They were dropping honey everywhere, all over her stuff.
Oh no, the stuff.
Sounds like a
That
romantic
would
night.
be a bitch of a cleanup, though.
Yeah. Everything is sticky. That's my autistic nightmare.
So many stuffed animals covered in honey.
Your squishmallows would be kaput.
Yeah.
Done. Dead.
I got a lot of them too.
Yeah. The first day, the beekeeper was able to remove 20,000 bees and a 100-pound chunk of honeycomb. Wow. But his work was far from done. This is shocking. I read
my
the headline and I was
God.
like, oh, that's funny as hell. I didn't think about all of the repercussions of having 50,000 fucking bees in your walls.
But also, this is a People article. They're going to draw this out.
A lot of this is quotes.
I know. They draw it out, though.
I know, but this is wild.
Imagine having free honey all the time, though.
It would be pretty great. I'm
not a honey gal.
Oh, it's so good. We sealed off the room and he came back the next day. He took out another 20,000 bees. Now the hole in the wall is covered by plastic and we still keep getting bees coming in. My daughter can't sleep at all. We keep telling her there's no other room for her. She's just going to have to sleep in the plastic room with the bees. Just kidding, that didn't happen. We think there are another
Sorry, honey, this is your room.
This is your room. You go to bed. You know it's not monsters.
I'm just imagining Dexter and House of a Thousand Corpses and Amityville all put together here. It's
but behind all the plastic, it's just tens of thousands of bees.
Live bees.
We think there are another 20,000 bees now, so he's coming back, anticipating removing at least another 20,000. Ashley made sure to let her daughter know that the monsters were being taken care of. We told her, we found the monsters. You were right. Then we introduced her to the beekeeper, and she was like, no, he's a monster hunter. So she called him Mr. Monster Hunter for the rest of the day, which was awesome. That's
inaccurate. He's a beekeeper. Those weren't monsters. They were bees.
Get it together, but that is adorable, and I like it.
Don't have an imagination. Not in this scenario.
Parents, shut that down early. It can only lead to pain and suffering. What do you want them to be? An artist? A creative? A podcaster?
A podcaster.
Do you want to be proud of your kids? And
or do you want them to move out someday?
Future? Yeah. Do you want them to ever leave your fucking house? Shut down that creativity early. Get rid of the crayons. There's no pen and paper in this house.
No.
5th grade business degree. Get them going early.
Let's go.
Just get them
Start
out.
pulling your weight.
You're going to learn how to code.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The beekeeper even showed her how not to be afraid. He let himself get stung so that he could let her hold one and not be scared. But she saw the huge bee box and heard the buzzing and was like, absolutely not. I'll just look at it from over here. Okay, this kid's smart. There's a lot of work to be done to get the house back to normal. It's about 20,000 in damage. We're going to have to seal everything back up.
He just walked in with a fucking hammer and started ripping the wall out.
Yeah.
Opening the wall.
Really, if they didn't have to do anything load bearing, it's the cleanup, I would imagine, that's the hardest because you can fucking re-drywall yourself. It's not that hard or expensive. Like, why are you spending 20 grand? Bill's re-drywalled my office like 4 times. Because I keep punching the walls looking for bees.
Because I drank too much Mountain Dew.
I drank too much. I'm the Kool-Aid man, and I'm practicing to be the next Kool-Aid man. And he says, honey,
the Slim Chip.
It's cement back
this
there.
marriage is never going to make it if you keep Kool-Aid manning through the basement wall. I can't make all this drywall.
Oh, my God.
That never happened. So anyway, they have a lot of damage. Okay. Here's how it got so expensive. It's not like the hole in the wall. They have to re-insulate everything. The honey also dripped down all of these electrical wires. So they have to redo a bunch of wiring.
That's just extra insulation.
And if it's an old house, you start rewiring shit.
Oh, yeah. You're in for a whole world of hurt. So, yeah, she could hopefully return to her bedroom in like 4 weeks. They got over 50,000 bees out. They also found the queens. They were able to move the entire hive of surviving bees, which is great. A couple thousand did die in that process, but overall it was a really, really, really good capture. They saved a lot of those bees.
It's crazy to me when professional bee people can just like look at a whole bunch of bees and be like, there's the queen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, what?
I know. I watch those TikToks all the time. And I'm like, how the fuck did you see that? This bitch looks exactly like everybody else, but she's thick.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the one where the lady, she like grabs a hold of the queen, holds it in her hand, then all the bees just land on her.
Walk on her, yeah.
And then she just walks away and
yeah.
And I'm like, that's incredible. So.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. Honeybees especially are some of the most fascinating little creatures.
There's a gal on Instagram who, it's like Texas Bee Honeyworks or something like that. But it's almost like ASMR because she just does a voiceover and her microphone's like really close to her mouth. And at the end of every video, she goes, "It's been another great day of saving the bees."
Yeah, I've definitely
really
seen those videos.
soothing.
It is very soothing.
Love it.
Okay, so I have 2 more for you. In this next one, Justin is definitely the bear in this situation. These last 2 headlines made me actually burst out laughing when I read them in my email, so I'm just so happy. Here we go. Justin, just imagine yourself instead of the word bear, okay?
Just replace the word bear with Justin.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I'm never gonna get through this.
It's gonna be a Mad Lib.
Justin eats family of ducks as children and parents watch in horror.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't eat petty chicken. I eat duck, damn it.
Oh
my God.
I'm crying.
I would absolutely do it in front of children, those little
That's
kids.
not nice, shouted a child who can be heard scolding the young Justin in the video.
That's not nice.
Content warning, the following article features a video. Yes, there's a video that may not be suitable for all audiences.
Oh
Shall
my
we
God.
hear the children screaming real quick?
Yeah. Justin,
Of course we should.
I think all videos are appropriate for small children myself.
Wow. Justin's the real
Absolutely.
babysitter.
Yeah.
All right, I'm pulling this up on my phone so I can play it through my mic.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there he goes.
It gets silent.
That was not nice.
Oh, that is Justin, how could you?
That sounds like a job well done.
Baby.
Okay, so it's like a plate glass window and the bear habitat
Are they at a zoo?
at a zoo.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just like the one at the Minnesota Zoo where the bears have a pond and the pond is like up to the window so you can see under the water and over the water
Oh my
for when they go
God.
swimming. And there's this mama duck and 3 or 4 little ducklings taking a swim in the pond.
no.
And this bear starts stalking them. And all the kids are like, oh, wow. And the parents are like, oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not going to be good. And then the bear jumps in and starts eating them alive. And the children scream.
And you can see it from underwater too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, the gore.
Just like I planned it.
Justin.
Stupid ducks came into my habitat. What was I supposed to do?
Well,
True. He's
USA
got a
Today.
point.
USA Today says this Justin was definitely not craving honey when he chased down and devoured an entire family of ducks in front of kids at the zoo last week. Parents thought they were taking their kids to have some wholesome family fun at the Woodland Park Zoo in Seattle, but instead they got to learn way more about the circle of life than
Got
they
a
anticipated.
Hard life lesson.
Yeah.
They got to watch a naked man be tased in front of all of their children for climbing into the bear encampment and attacking the ducks. In a viral TikTok. What? What would you never do? What would you never do?
Don't leave your kids with me because I'm going to teach them things.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry about that, bud.
I'll be like, here's the circle of life.
You're
No
not on the short
imagination.
list for babysitters.
We're on the
Don't
no
worry about
imagination side.
it. Yeah, team no imagination.
They start crying. I'll be like, wait till you find out about taxes.
Oh God, seriously.
Yeah.
That's how we should be scaring kids. Where's the Pixar movie about the tax man?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
In a viral TikTok with over 2 million views, a mama duck found herself in the wrong enclosure and was floating around on a pond in one of the exhibits when Juniper, aka Justin, a 2-year-old brown bear, stalked
Juniper.
the family of birds and then jumped into the pond. She reached out and grabbed the first duckling and took a big bite. Then she cornered a second duckling. They can't even fly yet, dude. They can't
Yeah.
even fly yet.
Oh, my God.
Easy pickings.
Did the mom
Then-
get the fuck out of there?
She's still, it's playing again quietly halfway down the page. She's trying she sees the bear and she's trying to like move her ducklings out of the way, but it's like they can't fly.
Oh my God.
So she's like, what the fuck? We got to climb out. This bear is like already on top of us. Let's see if she.
They never stood a chance.
Oh, yeah. She definitely got out of the way. She definitely got out of the way. I don't know if she eventually got eaten, but she evaded that first bite. Oh, yeah. She's up on land. Good for her. She reached out, grabbed the first duckling, took a big bite. Then she cornered a second duckling and began to eat that one too. That's not nice, shouted a child who could be heard scolding the young Justin in the video. Once all the ducklings were gone,
dispatched,
devoured, folks stood around in shock and horror as Juniper went after the mother.
Oh my God.
As Jitterbug went after the mother.
Jitterbug,
Jitterbug Justin.
Jitterbug. Gasps can be heard throughout the crowd as they watch the action through a window that allows zoo visitors to look into Juniper's enclosure. Witnesses smacked on the glass to try to get the bear to stop the rampage. Children screamed, shouted, and scolded the bear. Hey, buddy, can you leave him alone? Said Rachel, the woman who posted the TikTok as the bear chased after another duckling that swam toward where she was recording. And someone else says, can we not? That's my favorite. In the comment section, some people were far from sympathetic. Quote, bear was like, sweet, Uber Eats is here with my nuggets. Said,
oh
no. We thought we were bad. Wait till you read the comment section.
Dude, I love the comment section. That shit is so fucking funny. Oh my God. Well, RIP those ducks and good eating for Juniper. And here is my final headline. Oh my God. Now, we know Justin has a jitterbug, so he's certainly not going to do this exact thing. But I just feel like if we let Justin anywhere near the priesthood, something similar would occur.
Jesus.
Why are we going here?
Not like that. Not like that. No.
We've established the babysitting thing.
Yeah, but that's not why, guys.
Okay.
We're not. That's not why Justin can't babysit, and that's not the story. I want to make that very clear.
Thank you.
Okay?
He is legally allowed within 500 yards of a school.
You guys! He is, though.
He is.
Catholic priest allegedly spends $40,000 of parish money on Candy Crush and slot machines.
I was hoping you were going to say OnlyFans because I just lost respect. Yeah, I'm like, Candy Crush? Really?
Yeah,
really? Come on.
It's so funny that they're spending the church like donation money
Candy Crush
on
and gambling.
Candy Crush. It's so funny. I can't. It kills me. Of course, this is in Pennsylvania, South Coventry, Pennsylvania. A Catholic priest allegedly spent $40,000 of church money on Candy Crush and slot machine apps. A Pennsylvania Catholic priest was accused of stealing 40 grand from the parish, using that money to play games on his phone. According to CBS News, citing a criminal complaint and affidavit of probable cause, Lawrence Kozak allegedly spent over this person, 40 grand was enough to be like, you definitely have a gambling addiction. How are you spending $40,000 on Candy Crush? Yeah. But that's not the only money he has spent on these games.
Oh my God.
I want you to guess.
Well, you just said the number 2, so I'm going to say $230,000.
Okay.
What level was he on?
I can't give you any detail. I imagine Josh Hallmark is listening to this and being like, I bet he fucking just raked at Best Fiends. Just absolutely destroyed.
I mean, is he on like level 2,000? Like,
I'm not giving you that detail. You just have to guess a number.
Okay. So you said 230. Should I do like the Price is Right and be like 229?
Sure. Go for it. If we want to go Price is Right rules.
I'll just say 200. Just 200 even. 200,000.
$214,000 under his Apple ID on these games.
My God.
With just under $44,000 of that amount charged to a credit card associated with the parish.
See, I was going to say, because there's been some, I'm not going to name who it was, but there was an elderly person in my life at one point who was super addicted to like online poker.
Yep.
She didn't realize that she was spending real money.
Yeah, that's not this person's situation.
Okay.
But that does happen and is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
She had her iPad taken away.
Yeah. Keep an eye on what your Mima and your Peepaw are playing on their phones, because
I just like
you don't want Mima and Peepaw to end up destitute.
Spending their pension.
Think about all the things you could do with over $200,000. Like, think about the
Buy a
donation.
condo in Galveston.
I would have
could
15
end the backlog.
condos.
But you could have donated all of it to the Robert Durst Foundation.
I could have.
Memorial Library.
To keep the Robert Durst Memorial Library of Galveston open and thriving.
I mean,
Oh my God. Okay.
what a
Okay.
waste.
Authorities claim he racked up the charges over a 3-year span. That's so fast.
Yeah, that's not that long.
Using some of the cash to play games like Candy Crush Saga, Pokemon Go, and virtual slot machines, according to the network. He was buying so many Pokeballs, bro.
Yeah, you're just upgrading everything.
The slot machine apps named in the complaint were the following: Cash Frenzy, Willy Wonka Vegas Casino Slots. You know Willy Wonka is one of my favorite slot machines in Vegas. Willy Wonka is so good. We always love to find a Wonka. And Wizard of Oz slot machine game. The network noted that these apps do not award real money for wins in the game, but do allow you to spend actual money to play.
Oh, good.
He was just buying like credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get
And power-ups. They're not even I can't.
House always wins.
I could accept this when this was like, oh, they have a gambling addiction, and they do. They do have a gambling addiction. This still, I think, very much falls under that category, but
you don't get anything real.
You win nothing.
Endorphins.
Isn't that what Willy Wonka says in the first one? You get nothing.
Yeah.
Yes. You get nothing.
You lose. I will never recover from this.
You lose, sir.
You lose, sir. Kozak's Amazon account was also reviewed, and it was found that he allegedly used the parish card to buy gifts for his goddaughter, Lovely, which included a chemistry set and an Amazon Fire tablet. He can't even give good gifts.
She'll be cooking meth in 5 years.
5 minutes. She's going to learn how on the Amazon tablet, and then she's going to use the chemistry set.
Yeah.
Good for her. Yeah, she's got a lot of debts to pay off for her godfather. According to CBS, the parish's business manager noted that it wasn't the first time there was alleged $44,000. Anyway, alleged erroneous spending at the church. Per the network, Monsignor Joseph McClune resigned from the St. Joseph Church in 2018 after he was accused and later pleaded guilty to stealing thousands in parish funds to pay for a beach house at the Jersey Shore. Let's fucking go!
Should have bought it in Galveston.
That's a grift I can get behind.
Amanda joins the clergy.
I'm in.
Give me that visa.
He also stole money to pad his salary and send money to men, which I don't have any follow-up details on, but I want more. Monsignor McClune.
And send money to men.
Meet me at the Jersey Shore for a
Did you see
romantic weekend.
The show Black Mass?
Yes.
Yeah. So what would this be called? Like Crush Mass or Candy Mass?
Candy Crush Mass. Incredible. Kozak is charged with the following crimes, according to CBS. Theft by unlawful taking. I don't really know what other theft there is, but okay. Failing to make required disposition of funds. Accessing a device he was unauthorized to use. The Archdiocese issued a statement saying Kozak was placed on administrative leave from the church after a review of the parish's financial activity in 2022. According to CBS, Kozak bonded out and is scheduled to be arraigned as of end of April. Well, beginning of May. So I'll have to get a follow-up on what happened with this guy.
So what you're telling me is the Archdiocese put way more investigation into this than they do into, oh, I don't know.
Other things.
Why other people can't babysit.
Yes. And they took pretty swift action removing him from their employment or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I hope this poor unwell addicted man gets some fucking help because holy shit.
Candy Crush.
Yep. Anyway, those are my headlines this month. Justin, you are such an inspiration. You're my muse.
Awesome.
We couldn't have done this without you.
My favorite one was the bear.
Oh, I knew you'd love that.
Oh my God.
All right. We're back. And before we make you cold read, we want to break your spirit just a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But also, this was your fault.
Yeah, this was actually Justin's suggestion. I don't know why you did this to yourself, but
I was a weak moment.
for those of you who don't know, our production manager, Andrea, does a lot of astrology stuff.
And she's so good.
She's so good. Her TikTok and YouTube is called Modern Maven Tarot. Mm-hmm. She put this together for us. But if you're interested in this kind of stuff, she will also do like an analysis chart of like, she made a parent-child analysis chart for me after June was born.
She did?
It's so cute. It's several pages.
She's done my birth chart before. She also made me a calendar in like, I think it was 2022 for Christmas. Mm-hmm. That was the year ahead, like based on all of my astrology signs.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. She's a fucking badass.
Yeah. So
she's
follow
the right
her.
person.
So this is airtight.
Yeah.
This is her
astrology
hard
chart.
work.
Yeah, no, this is fact. These are not theories.
Mm-hmm. So Andrea actually used an astrologer named Pam Gregory. So you can get your own free birth chart there. It's at www.thenextstep.uk.com. Mm-hmm. And then another astrologer that she really, really likes, her name is Heather Ensworth. She's a former clinical psychologist, so she weaves in like psychology and like science and things like that to her readings.
I love that.
So if you're into that, but so she did Justin's birth chart. So Justin,
Here we go.
man, you're an open book.
Yeah.
So before we get started, so you are an Aquarius.
What?
Your rising sign is in Aquarius.
Yeah.
So just tell us before we get started, on a scale of 1 to 10, how opinionated do you consider yourself?
I'll shut up.
Okay, so I have mellowed
Publicly
out.
or among friends?
How others see you.
I have really mellowed out over the years. So maybe 10, 15 years, 20 years ago, I was very opinionated. I'd probably be an 8 or a 9. Mm-hmm. Now I'm more like a 6.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm like a 30, so you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like new ideas and concepts, but you prefer to discover them yourself. It is not easy for others to convince you or convert you to anything.
Unless it's me and Josh. We've got you to do some shit.
Well, that's just bullying.
Oh, right. Never. That doesn't count.
And I definitely will listen to other people and hear them out. As long as it's not batshit crazy stuff, people can persuade me from day to day, especially when you're talking about true crime. Is this person innocent or guilty? I'm like, oh, I think he totally did it. And then the next day somebody's like, but did you see this? And I'm like, maybe he didn't do it. I can be a little wishy-washy.
Well, you have a deep and abiding interest in science, mathematics, and the great social problems of the day.
Yeah.
You are also very sympathetic toward the downtrodden, and equality is your battle cry.
I would actually say that you use the words wishy-washy.
Yeah.
You're just someone who, when they have new and concrete information is willing to change their viewpoint, which is not the same thing as being wishy-washy.
That's just maturity, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
that's just
got
like
it.
believing facts and science and like fact-based evidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I will change my mind. I do not dig in.
Yeah.
So you are an intellectual. Emotions and emotional people are difficult for you to understand, and you are known for being calm, cool, detached, and objective.
Oh my God, this is spot on.
I've
He's
been
so detached,
called
you guys.
cold and cruel, even. That's how
Oh my
detached
God, I've
I
been
am.
called cold and cruel too.
I called both of you that within the last 48 hours. What, like it's special?
But you're a Pisces. I'm a Scorpio.
I am not a Pisces.
No,
Neither
I'm
of us
talking-
are.
Oh, I thought you're a Pisces.
No, she's a Cancer.
Cancer.
I'm a
Oh,
Libra.
Well, different
Cancer,
water
Cancer.
sign.
Okay. Cancer. You're a Cancer. I'm a Scorpio. So we as water signs can just, I think, shut people down or shut people out. So then we're called cruel. Although we're not mean to anybody, we just will cut them out of our lives quicker. That's what I was trying to say.
I get it.
Aren't you an Aquarius?
No, I'm
What's
a
your
Scorpio.
rising sign?
I'm a Scorpio with an Aquarius.
Rising.
Sun
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're both the what? Yeah, okay. I have that later down in my notes.
Yeah.
I was getting
Sorry,
those
I'm
confused.
jumping ahead. I'm a Scorpio.
So your sun is in Scorpio. There we go.
Yeah.
So this is the core of who you are. So I want to ask you, how do you feel like your job fits your personality?
Oh, fuck it. I do a
I
true
can just
crime
tell. I can
podcast.
just dive in. So you are intense and complex by nature, and you have extremely strong emotional reactions to most situations. We all saw how juiced up you were at the drag brunch in Dallas.
So juiced. Probably because I kept giving you very poor lap dances.
Yeah, I think Amanda was juiced more than
And you didn't
anyone.
even have a QR code so I could tip
No.
you.
I was still drunk from the night before, and I had a Corona at breakfast.
Wasn't the night before the night that you guys got
Yes!
wasted till 4 a.m? Okay.
Yes. Not me,
Feeling-
but I watched.
Yeah. You are a voyeur.
He's a voyeur.
Feelings are often very difficult for you to verbalize. Therefore, you have a tendency to be kind of quiet, to brood and think a lot. You seldom get overtly angry, but when you do, you are furious and unforgiving.
Well, they fucking crossed the line like 15
Yeah.
times, and I gave them a mile. By the time I'm upset, it's like you've lost. Like there's no,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna talk this out now. It's like no, you crossed the line. Because I guess I'm very passive and try to just drop subtle hints like, hey, don't like that. You should probably stop. And after, the 15th time, I'm like, okay, fuck you. I'm done. It's just like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to a little bit more, but that you are spot on about yourself, according to me. When you make an emotional commitment, it is total. You are not attracted to the superficial or casual relationships, although you are a titty man.
You can't look at my previous relationships and determine that.
I sure can. And you've dated some hot women.
Yeah, you punch so far above your weight class. You really do. It's shocking.
Like
Every time I'm
this
like,
is your
"Damn,
girlfriend?
Who? You mean she's not your geriatric nurse?
No.
Damn.
They choose me. I don't even choose them.
Oh my God.
You don't.
Hold on. Just a quick boo. So I just hit my mic because I'm so annoyed with you.
A good detective, you love getting to the roots of problems and you enjoy finding out what makes other people tick.
Absolutely. Yes. I agree.
Okay, so now we're saying your moon is in Libra, so these are your emotions and your emotional expectations. What kinds of things do you avoid?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here.
Because somebody's a Libra, right?
Yeah.
God, what do I avoid? I definitely try to avoid conflict because I just don't have the time for it. I try to avoid people that do not appreciate me or appreciate our time.
Okay.
Those are the two things that I would come up with.
Well, life must be a beautiful experience for you, and unpleasantness should be avoided at all costs.
Yup.
Unless you're humoring Aaron.
And then tough it out because we need you.
You tend to overlook other people's faults, and you would rather give in than fight, unless it's with Aaron. You are uncomfortable with strangers and Amanda, but at ease and sociable with friends and associates. You would rather socialize than work, and you can use your prodigious charm to avoid unpleasant tasks.
You are good at that, actually.
Yeah.
When I was in IT, I could walk into somebody's office, not even touch their computer, walk out, and they were happy. Like,
I didn't even do anything.
I didn't even fucking fix the problem. I just made them laugh.
Restart.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
And I probably wasn't even the best computer tech. Honestly, I was probably middle tier, but all the rest of them were such assholes to all the clients. Whereas
IT guys tend to be dicks.
And I got promoted all the way up the chain
for being pleasant.
If there's a good IT guy though, like everyone knows them and and everyone loves them.
Meanwhile, I was trying to set up my PlayStation today and got really frustrated because I was just in the wrong HDMI input. And so I thought that I had to, on my TV, set up a Microsoft account and do all this stuff. So I'm like painstaking, like, oh my God, this is so weird to have to do this for a PlayStation. Then I finally went online and was like,
wrong hole.
How to set up PlayStation. And it's like, select the proper input. Literally wrong hole. I selected the wrong hole. So all I had to do was press input on my remote and go one HDMI over, and then everything was working. I was like, I spent 30 minutes logging into Microsoft Online with nothing but a television remote.
Oh my God.
That sounds like hell.
So I can't work in IT is really what that anecdote was for. Continue.
Justin, be careful of a tendency to be overly self-indulgent, i.e. lazy. Your refined aesthetic sensibilities attract you to music, dance, art, and any other cultured activity. And all I have to say is, how the fuck did you get into podcasting?
He is a dancer, let me tell you.
No, that's
you're
a
dancer.
One thing. No, I'm not a fucking dancer.
Oh, he's an amazing dancer.
Ballroom.
No. I've been in punk rock bands. I've been in the art scene in Kansas City. Although I didn't make any art, I just appreciated it.
You make art. Podcasting is an art. It's just a really weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, moving on. Your Mercury is in Sagittarius, so how you communicate, you are known for being blunt, honest, and truthful. Mm-hmm. You like broad subject matter like philosophy, science, religion, metaphysics.
You really can't talk about anything.
I've been told that I have no pretense. I've been told that like I have no boundaries, no pretense. Like
you really don't have any pretense.
Yeah.
You prefer to deal with abstractions. The small but important details associated with any subject tend to slip your grasp.
I would not apply that to true crime, though. You're very detail oriented in your cases.
Well, thank you.
I
have a good research team.
Well, there you go.
Someone else does it for him.
I mean, preaching to the choir.
But like, unlike other people, like on that first date, I'm like, here's my red flags. Here's all of them. Do you accept me? I'm like trying to like tell them not to date me.
Cut the bullshit. Just cut through.
Are
all
you
the bullshit.
sure? You sure about that? You sure about that? Yeah, no, but that's appreciated, I think.
Yeah.
For the most part. Don't waste my fucking time, you know?
Yeah, no, that's appreciated.
If you're a Looney Tune, I want to know right now if it's the kind of Looney Tune that I want to rail or the kind of Looney Tune that I want to run the fuck away from.
Yeah, but they always say
you want to rail and then give them a fake number.
Yeah, but I want to rail.
They always say they're fine with it until they're not, though. And I'm like, why don't they just be true and honest? And
that's on them.
Yeah. Nothing is your fault.
Your Venus is in Capricorn. So on this note, how do you think you express love?
I mean, I'm a Scorpio, so it's usually through sex. Just like
That stinger, baby.
Be careful because be careful of relationships that are merely based on practicality or utility, or you will ultimately be alone. This is a curse.
You might have to embrace some of those deeper details.
yeah.
Emotions are only released in serious or important situations. So you are distrustful of others whose behavior could be judged excessive or immoderate. You don't like the drama. I don't know why you hang out with us.
We're not the drama. We're just absolutely batshit crazy.
True. Yes. We're
guys are
actually the
harmless.
least dramatic.
Yeah.
Justin's like, I've seen some shit. His eyes just glossed over. He looked really far off into the distance.
Got that 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
When we were at the Berkshires last year, when we were all up on stage, I swear to God, the rest of the podcasters were like, "What's Amanda gonna do?" They were like,
I was so good.
You were.
I was good.
Everyone's like, it's going to be the Amanda show now.
I was on my best behavior. I did a good job.
Yeah.
I did a good job.
I need words of affirmation. But yeah, the fear was palpable.
Yeah.
So your Mars is in Scorpio. This is how you assert yourself. So how do you get mad? We've just kind of talked about how you get mad a little bit.
I mean, I try to hit things head on. And I try to address things the best I can. And I've actually been through a lot of therapy where, the therapist just says, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows what you're thinking. You just have to say it. So I've learned a lot over the years, and I just say it now. And I try to, I don't even try to sugarcoat it, but I just try not to hurt feelings, but I try to be direct because you're never going to get to the bottom of it if you're not.
Yeah.
Would you say that your likes and dislikes are strong and intense?
Oh, fuck yeah.
And you are known for your persistence and willful obsession?
Yeah. Especially my likes. My likes I really like.
You are not quick to anger, but you do slow burns.
Oh, yeah.
And you tend to release your anger as sarcasm or irony.
Never.
Holy shit.
That kind of nailed it right there.
This is getting scary.
Okay, this next one is the one I was getting so excited about during your headlines.
During the bear situation or the pooper situation?
All of it.
No!
So Jupiter is in Taurus. So this is your expansion, your natural talents, and your luck in life.
Oh, yeah.
And before I tell you, first I want to ask, what kind of car do you drive, Justin?
Okay, so I am not a materialistic person at all. I would rather spend my money on cool shit, memories, and whatever. So I drive an Elantra.
A Hyundai Elantra.
I drive
What
an
year?
Elantra. 2021. Brand
But
new.
it's his third one.
Yeah, it's my third one.
Okay, it's not brand new. It's 2024 as we record this. Justin.
True.
So maybe
But
don't toot your Elantra horn that hard.
I do want to remind you that already in this episode, you have raved about only using bidets. And also
I forgot about the bidet.
really loving duck.
And that's like in the chart.
No, but
But
I
as
will
a
say,
non-materialistic person. Okay, a Tushy bidet was like $100.
Oh, I didn't-
if you got like the nice one with the hot water tap.
I bought the $50 one.
Yeah.
you are an inveterate collector with an expensive preference for all the good things that life has to offer.
Okay, but that's fair though. It's just what the good things are is subjective. So you spend money on like experiences and travel and like
And a condo in Galveston.
and a fucking lavish condo in Galveston.
And like when I did drink, like I wouldn't go to a sports bar and get their rum and Coke. I would go to a cocktail bar. If I wasn't spending $15 to $20 on a cocktail, I wasn't
I didn't
drinking.
want it.
Yeah, I didn't want it. Like, it's like I want to enjoy what I'm eating or drinking or whatever. And And if I'm taking somebody out, like we're going to go to a nicer restaurant. That's why I drive an Elantra.
So I can afford
lobster dinner every night.
my nightly lobster tail.
You need a dependable, protective, and secure environment. But when you feel insecure, you tend to become possessive, grasping, and self-indulgent.
There's no more protective environment than a 2021 Hyundai Elantra.
And
And a Red Lobster.
and a bidet. And your private booth at Red Lobster, sir. Right this way.
Oh, I see you have a reservation for two.
Red
Would
Lobsters.
the lady like a Malbec?
They do not have Malbec at Red
Okay,
Lobster.
when
Actually,
was the
they
last time you've been to a Red Lobster? And does it not smell like death and butter every time you go in there?
I've never
Okay,
been
well,
to Red Lobster.
What?
I don't like lobster. I think the idea of a Red Lobster is foul.
I have a gift card for Red Lobster upstairs on my dresser right now. My cousin gave it to me as a wedding gift.
That's
So
genius.
that should answer your question. And also, thank you, Kurt and Hannah, the hot one, not the one with the great personality.
If there's a Red Lobster in Denver, we're taking her.
We're going.
I've heard
The
the
cheddar
biscuits are
biscuits.
good. There.
Biscuits all day.
I
We'll
watched
get
the
brunch at Red Lobster.
Red Lobster episode of John Oliver.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's recent.
Okay.
You should watch it. It's very funny.
Amazing.
Okay, Saturn is in Leo, so you are extremely self-reliant. You set very high standards of conduct and decorum for yourself, and you expect others with whom you associate to be that way too. Why are we friends?
I'm Gen X. You just described Gen X.
Grandpa.
True. You
Okay,
prefer
Boomer.
solitude rather than associating with those who might besmirch your reputation.
This is true.
That's very true.
We'll get to your generation too, by the way.
I've had my share of people that, what was the word, beseeched my reputation.
Besmirched.
Yeah.
Besmirched.
Justin, have you tried any new religions lately?
No.
Oh, well, Uranus would say differently. Uranus is in Scorpio.
Hold on. Let us check Uranus.
There's 50,000 bees in here.
You better start praying.
The bidet will clean them out.
Yeah,
It's
Justin
your
would
monster
never-
juice, your monster spray. Get them out. There's monsters in there.
I can't. I have to leave.
No, there's only monsters in there after I eat at Red Lobster.
Oh, fair enough, but it's worth it. Worth it.
Well, you will seek out and explore new methods of healing as well as different ways to deal with deep-seated emotional problems.
That's fair. You sought out therapy. You've done
Yeah.
other more like holistic approaches to caring for your mental health.
Yeah.
You demand to confront life at its deepest and most meaningful levels.
You know, not to get serious, but like I was really struggling with depression and all this shit for years. I was trying SSRIs, I was trying therapy, but until I literally started ketamine treatments, nothing fucking worked.
Yeah.
And then I started those. They shut down negative thought and suicidal ideation like immediately. And then now I'm going and doing like hormone therapy tests or, tests, and then probably starting my testosterone treatments because I'm just trying to feel better every day. And I've given up on my primary care doctors because they've been useless. They're like, "Ooh, go do more leg exercises. You'll feel better." And I'm like,
My legs are so thick. I can't do
I'm
any
so
more leg
swole.
exercises.
I'm like, I'm in bed. My sleep number bed tells me how long I've been laying there. Use code Gen Y. And
I love that. We're a Casper mattress family.
Yeah.
How dare you? That's right. We haven't done ads for them in forever. Don't worry about it.
I haven't either. But like, so I've taken it on, I've taken my health, my mental health in my own hands in the last couple of years and made huge strides.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's the same way that you like deal with relationships. You don't really care about the superficial stuff. You just kind of want to get down in there, be honest, get deep really quickly.
Deep.
Get down deep in their monster hole.
You want to look for bees immediately.
Hold on, before we start, I gotta check your hole for bees. That's how he gets you, ladies.
Can we say for honey instead?
No.
No.
No, we can't.
Bees.
Gotta check your bee hole.
You know, they don't often sting unless they're provoked.
Oh my God. They call me the beekeeper.
Sick.
I'm gonna send you so many memes from the Wicker Man.
Yes.
It's over for you, dude.
What's in the bag? A shark? Oh my God.
Okay, I just have a couple more for us. Your Neptune is in Sagittarius, so you and your entire generation are heavily involved in investigating and idealizing foreign and exotic intellectual systems and religious philosophies.
I will say that I am fascinated by religious philosophies, even though I'm not religious. But if you were to walk around my house, you would see a lot of satanic and Wiccan shit.
Sick.
But yeah, I mean, I am fascinated by other religions. I'm fascinated by just any kind of philosophical debates out there. So yeah. Although I'm a total I don't even believe that Epsom salt actually helps in a bathtub. That's
Well,
how
say
skeptical-
that to my bag of Dr. Teals that's right in my bathroom right now.
Yeah. I'm like, how big are our pores? Does salt even help with the sore muscle? I don't believe it. That's how skeptical I am. So
Would you
God
consider-
didn't stand a chance.
Lot didn't. Lot's wife.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Would you consider yourself a humanitarian?
I guess what is the am I giving to others? Sure. I don't know. What's
This
the
says
definition?
you will be at the forefront of humanitarian attempts to improve the lot of those who are in need of assistance. You are comfortable with the concept of the global village.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would agree with that.
I would agree with that too.
And I think the peripheral is kind of my way of trying to give back and improving society in a way.
Which
Well,
one was that? Your
The
Uranus?
peripheral?
That was Neptune in Sagittarius. This is your
Neptune.
connection to creativity and spirituality.
Got it.
And then Pluto is in Libra, so this is where you'll experience expansion and transformation. Pluto is like a big one that a lot of people pay attention to. This is like, this is your, again, this refers to your entire generation. This is a time of radical changes in society's attitude toward marriage and interpersonal relationships. There's a general fear and awe at the power inherent in making emotional or contractual commitments. They will not be entered into lightly. So, for example, the death of the American experiment.
I never believed in the American dream, but I do subscribe to it's not even a gender role thing, but I do subscribe to one person in the relationship brings this to the table and the other one brings that to the table. And it doesn't matter, gender related or not. I just I will always open the car door for somebody. That's just what I do. I will always be a provider. I will always take care of and support others. I'll put them before myself. And I hope that the person I choose does, will support me also.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think as long as things are mutual and balanced and consensual and however you show up in a relationship, that's what's key. It's not the man is doing this and the woman's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, the roles don't, like you said, don't have to have anything to do with gender. Every individual has unique and incredible things to bring into a relationship. And I think it's the most fun to discover those qualities in other people and then how you can both combine those qualities to become even greater versions of yourselves.
Yeah. And the thing I've learned is sometimes I can bend over backwards for somebody. I can go around and open all the doors for them.
I've seen it on the dance floor. It's incredible.
But if that's not what they want, if that's not how they want to receive love or support, then it's all for nothing. I could do everything right in my mind, but if they're not accepting or wanting to receive that, then we're in the wrong relationship. We should.
Love languages are really important for like that exact reason. If that's how you show like love and care and affection, and it's not how your partner wants to receive or experiences love, care, and affection, then it's like that doesn't land with everybody.
Yeah. Okay, here's the last one. It's your North Node. Your North Node. That which is in Scorpio. So this is like your life path where you're going, sort of like your destiny.
We haven't had any crossover. I have my chart up as well. Not a one is in the same area. Not even close.
So you have a special aptitude for working by yourself or with a like-minded group of dedicated individuals. You are very loyal and devoted to a group mission until those goals have been realized. You are not at all gregarious by nature. You are uncomfortable around strangers, greatly preferring to be in known and familiar situations. So CrimeCon was horrible for you too.
Oh God, it was so funny though when you actually let them bully you into putting that wig on and surprising me at the booth. That was so good.
I mean, I can read other people very well. I can read a room very well. And I think that I can tell when somebody's cool or not and whether they're going to be like-minded. So I can let down my guard a little bit sometimes.
Doesn't mean you enjoy it.
No, I don't enjoy it.
I just feel like you like to, I mean, even at the events, like you're so good at connecting, especially with your listeners, and you're so good at networking. And then I think you, similarly to us, when toward the end of the day, when you just want to like reset and connect, you either want to be alone in your room with no one speaking to you at all, or you want to be like with your pod of people.
Yeah.
You know,
like I don't like when I hang out with like you guys all day, it's not exhausting for me. But if I'm kind of having to make small talk for 2 hours straight with 50 different people, I need to go lay down in a dark room.
Same.
I'm like it's enjoyable. I don't hate it. My social gas tank, especially as of late, is depleted
It's
all
low,
the time. Yeah.
Yes.
We completely understand that. Lucy and I are very similar, and we will go hard all day and we'll have like the time of our life. And then the clock strikes 9 and we're like, okay, never speak to us again, to each other.
Yeah.
And then we go
It's nothing personal. It's a
we
battery.
go to our separate rooms and we turn the lights off and we turn on forensic files and the world no longer exists.
That's why when I see you guys or other podcasters doing these travel excursion things, I'm like, I can't do that.
And they're scheduled, so it's like we literally have built in like this is free time, so we can all go recharge. If folks want to go explore over here, go ahead. But like everybody needs that in some capacity, just like your time to recharge and not be in the social fracas. And I appreciate that people are so much more open about that, so that it's not like some offensive fucking thing. I'd rather be able to show up in those social gatherings like feeling rested and happy to be there than exhausted and emotionally drained.
Having to fake it. That's the exhausting part.
Yeah.
And even in a relationship or a marriage. I mean, when I was married, my ex-wife now, she'd be like, Mondays are my day. Don't talk to me on Monday. And I'm like, great. Okay.
I love that.
No problem. And she'd do her thing, I'd do my thing. And it's just like sometimes you have to set those boundaries, and if you need recharge time or just time to get your life together and you're going to be distracted, you just have to say, hey, and not worry about other people's feelings, because it doesn't mean you don't love them.
Right.
The last thing I'm going to say is Pluto's energy in your life it entered Aquarius in January of this year, and it will last until March 8th of 2043. So Pluto is about death, transformation, and evolution, and its ruling sign is Scorpio. And basically, I talked to Andrea about all this stuff, and the long story short, water signs like you and me, we're going to have our fucking renaissance over the next several years. We're getting out, we're showing our true power. Yeah, we're having a moment. Also, it's a time where like the patriarchy is going to start kind of take a back seat. There's going to be a lot
you're out of here, Justin.
There's going to be a lot of social change with us. So we talk about evolution, transformation, also just like revolution.
Yeah.
We talked about the fall of the Roman Empire. It's gonna be a wild next 20 years or so for us water signs.
I've never considered the Roman Empire or ever thought about it. just
how it fell.
I've never considered it. I'm just trying to get through my day.
Aren't we all?
I don't think people who lived during the fall of the Roman Empire were really thinking about the fall of the Roman Empire either. No. So Justin, that is your birth chart breakdown.
And I wanted to say, because we didn't really get into it, but Scorpios are universally hated.
Yeah.
Because their stereotype is jealous, controlling, and cold. Mm-hmm. And I will say that, like, I've never been a jealous person. Mm-hmm. I'm not controlling. I'm like, oh, you want to leave? See you later. Like, I'm not any of the stereotypes.
That's why I thought you were an Aquarius at first. Yeah. It's like, I'd probably, you are a Scorpio.
Yeah, I'd probably convey, the Aquarius is probably more of my outwardly personality, I guess, if you want to say that way. But yeah, I'm not there are some stereotypes of a Scorpio I am, but then there's the bad ones, like the jealousy and controlling. No, I just want to put that disclaimer out there.
Got it.
My only Scorpio sign is in Mercury, and I thought that this was funny. It says you're a born investigator. You're fascinated by secrets and mysteries, yes, and unanswered questions of any kind. However, they do drive me fucking insane. When you become upset or angry, your emotional reactions are overpowering. Yeah. Spot on.
Yeah.
That's Scorpio.
Reason and logic disappear in an uncontrollable, passionate outburst.
Oh,
True. Yeah. You tend to keep your thoughts secret and bottled up, and this makes others regard you with suspicion. It's not that you're trying purposely to be evasive. It's just that you would rather not deal with the explosions and hassles that often occur when you reveal your true feelings and opinions. Your sense of humor tends towards sarcasm and irony.
Yep.
That, absolutely.
So we're back. And now it's your turn to cold read, you saucy minx.
Okay.
We also have not heard these. Andrea, the same phenomenal human nymph magic woman who worked on your birth chart.
Andrea wrote all the notes for this show today.
Pretty much. Okay. Is our production manager who pulls the Coven Confessions for us so that both our guests and us do not fucking know what's coming, and she likes to try and pull them specific to the guest that's reading them. So I can't wait to see what she's come up with this month.
Okay.
So take it away, my friend.
All right. So just read everything here. Yeah. All right. It's giving Sun in Scorpio. Picture it. What the fuck? What did I do?
Giving.
So Sun in Scorpio, this is the core of who you are.
Oh, no. Okay.
Picture it. 2006, Koreatown, a.k.a. the butthole of Los Angeles.
Okay, I love Koreatown, and We Spa is a national treasure. So how dare you, Coven Confessor?
Okay. Well, here's the thing: is in 2004, I lived in Koreatown. So,
well, there you go, Scorpio.
Either she's nailing this, or she actually looked into my background. Anyways, Koreatown, aka the butthole of Los Angeles. I was living alone for the first time in my life when I initially toured the apartment with the manager. We'll call him Willie. Ugh. He asked me.
We'll call him Justin. Just kidding. We'll call him Willie.
He asked, "You're not going to cause me any trouble, are you?" I was perplexed by the question, but of course replied no, thinking maybe he asked all prospective tenants this question. During that time in my life, I was a full-time student. No, I fucking wasn't. At a very difficult school. And as a result, I wasn't home very much. I had these wonderful neighbors, a pair of brothers, who lived directly across the hall from me. See, I'm a professional podcaster. This is how I read.
Neighbors are the worst.
They would bring me plates of carne asada and other amazing Latin dishes almost every week. One day, the eldest brother said to me, "You know, it's really easy to break into these apartments. You can do it with a butter knife. Be careful."
Ew.
Imagine your neighbor saying that to you.
Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of butter knives, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This comment stuck with me as I had come home multiple times finding objects in odd locations, like, my sex toys were moved around, as though they
plugs are
seemingly,
gone.
My beehole.
Beehole.
as they seemingly moved on their own volition. I excused it all. I'm sorry. I should put my fucking glasses back on.
You really should. Put them on.
It's okay, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray. Oh.
I excused it thinking I probably had forgotten and moved them myself. I evenly jokingly blamed those mysterious happenings on a resident ghost because that shit was definitely haunted, or so I thought. I came to the conclusion because my boyfriend at the time, my boyfriend at the time.
Yeah, Justin, your boyfriend.
A staunch atheist who didn't believe in ghosts. Am I the boyfriend? Like, come on.
You're none of these people.
Also, I'm an
okay.
atheist and I definitely believe in ghosts. No, this is a real person that sent this in anonymously. It's just funny to picture that it's you because you're reading it.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a real story.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take this shit seriously. I didn't realize somebody wrote
about
this in.
you.
Oh, yeah. This is all about you.
Because my boyfriend at the time, who was a staunch atheist, who didn't believe in ghosts, woke me up in a panic one night because he saw what he described as a shadowy figure darting down the hallway towards the front door. He stated he was now a believer in the paranormal. After unnerving occurrences was coming home to another unnerving occurrence was coming home to find all 4 of my stove burners turned on to full blast.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And all 4 dials had been eerily turned to the exact same position. I thought to myself,
full
shit,
blast.
this is one volatile ghost. They
That
were all
ghost is trying to kill you.
Yeah. It was
That's
666.
a
Yeah.
Ew.
Sometimes I would stay at school for days, not sleeping a wink, working my hiney off on school projects. One day, as I was arriving home, completely exhausted, I proceeded to put my key in the door when it suddenly flung open. It was Willie. Willie was in there, who nervously locked eyes with me for a moment and without a word pushed past me, sprinting out of the building. I was so stunned and tired that I didn't think I would even comprehend what just happened. The moment was when I realized it wasn't me. It wasn't a volatile ghost. Clearly, Willie had been sneaking into the apartment for months, doing God knows what with a butter knife.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's
but
really
isn't
gross.
he the landlord?
Yeah.
You shouldn't need a butter knife.
Yeah, I know.
True.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Puts a little butter on it so it slips
No.
in.
It's his king.
Yeah. The knife is his king.
Yep.
Obviously terrified, I decided to move out as soon as possible and hired 2 huge dudes to help me. On moving day, I was standing on the sidewalk in front of the apartment when out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement. I turned to see a head dart out quickly from behind a shrub. It was Willie in a crouching position. He was spying. He was spying on me.
Ew, he's
so
frogging.
Ew.
Willie, Willie's with his wet Willie.
I hate Willie. I hate.
Willie's using both hands.
Ugh.
So without thinking, I charged at him. The only thing, yeah.
Yes, I love this.
The only thing I could think of to yell was, I see you, motherfucker. I fucking see you. The movers witnessed all of this play out, and although probably very confused, they stiffened and stared him down. He bolted from behind the shrub and scurried away down the avenue like a cockroach, like the cockroach he was.
Ugh.
I never saw that shark goblin again. Never heard that word before. All right.
Shark goblin.
But this story doesn't end here.
No.
This is both one of the worst and best things I've ever done. The day after I moved out, I left a long voicemail on Willie's landline, because Willie still has a landline.
Not the landline.
Yeah. I detailed exactly why I had to move out. My hope was that Willie's wife would hear the message before he did. Sure enough, my co-signer on the lease received a very angry phone call from Willie, and apparently his wife did hear.
Good.
And was very unhappy. I guess I should have answered yes when he asked me if I was going to cause him any trouble. As after all, I kind of think this ruined his marriage. Whoopsie.
Good. It should.
Shockingly, I never got my security deposit back.
Oh, fucking landlords. God,
Well-
ew, Willie.
They left a mess.
Oh my God. Get out of here.
That's gross. I don't like that.
No, that's one of the most unsettling things I've ever heard.
Also
Justin,
good for you for
stop
charging a man.
breaking into people's apartments and turning on their stoves and
Just
moving their sex
bragged
toys.
about how many butter knives he has. So.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with all the butter knives?
Willie.
Okay, it's giving Aquarius rising.
Yes.
I'm not a petty person, but this took place when I was young and had a strong sense of justice and low regard for rich nonsense. I was in
this.
college working as a hotel housekeeper in a nice hotel in Montana. Montana has nice hotels, by the way.
Yeah, they do. Montana's beautiful.
It was a favorite for touring musicians. I once ripped my pants in front of Blake Shelton and waspy wedding parties.
I love this.
Overall, it was a pretty fun job, but some of the guests could be pretty condescending. One day after work, my boss called me over and asked if I had found a pair of diamond earrings in one of the rooms. I hadn't, and I told her that. But she went out to tell me that the woman staying in the room had called and accused me of stealing them.
Of fucking course.
Quote, I know what those people are like. Now, I'm white, but a significant portion of my coworkers were not. So you can extrapolate from that what you will. My
I don't think there's much extrapolation necessary. I think she just said the quiet part out loud. This bitch.
Yeah. And that's always the thing. It's like a white person was cleaning your, like, you can't even get your fucking racism right, people.
Right?
Like, dumbasses. It's just like, God.
Prick.
My boss was great and said she'd tell the woman we were looking, but she absolutely didn't believe I had anything to do with it. Here's the petty part. The next day I was cleaning the same room when I spotted something shiny on the floor.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It was one of her diamond earrings.
Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it.
I knew I should turn it into my boss and have it returned. But this lady was so condescending that I didn't think she deserved it.
She already thought you did it.
Yeah, just take it.
So I vacuumed it up and went on my way.
Really?
Sell it. Pry the diamond out of those prongs, hawk it, and have a nice weekend off.
Vacuumed it up.
When the woman kept calling and making accusations, I offered the suggestion that if it had been on the ground, it could have easily been vacuumed up accidentally. My boss suggested to this woman and informed her she could come get the vacuum bags and look through them if she really needed the earring.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah, you can pick through this vacuum bag, you fucking rat.
She
like
would
an
have
owl
found it.
pellet. I know.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I left to go back to school shortly after, so I don't know how or if this was resolved, but I don't regret it one bit.
Oh, it was resolved.
Don't be an asshole to service workers. I won't jeopardize my job by taking your stuff, but I can make it disappear in other ways.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
That's sick. I love that.
Yeah, it's a long con.
Yeah. I mean, I would have, like you, I probably would have been like, oh, you accuse me of doing something wrong that I haven't done? Well, then I might as well get the benefits of doing it. Like,
Might as well.
yeah. All right. It's giving Sun in Scorpio with Mars in Scorpio. Cuddle in close, gals, and listen now to a tale of extremely petty revenge.
I'm cuddled.
Favorite tale.
This year, I volunteered to be a Girl Scout leader for my daughter's brand new Daisy troop. When cookie season kicked off in January, we were both excited to get out there and start selling. One afternoon, while going door to door in our neighborhood, a grown woman answered the knock of a 7-year-old girl in her little patchover cover vest and chose violence.
Oh no.
I believe what she shouted at me and 2 actual children was, "Are you fucking kidding me? No, 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 no fucking way. I'm too busy for this shit. Fuck off."
2 Girl Scouts?
Yeah.
No cookies for you.
Yeah, you can't ever have cookies again in any context for the rest of your life.
I mean, she was blacklisted by the Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people knocking on my door, but if I opened it, if I chose to open the door, which I just wouldn't, I wouldn't
That's what
say
Ring
that.
doorbells are for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, can I just give a quick interjection?
Yeah.
Always.
This past Saturday, there was a knock at my door, and it was Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, lock.
Yeah.
Did you talk to them?
Even better. It was 2 adult men and like a young boy. He was like 5 or 6 maybe. And when I opened the door, Ray...
You gave them porn?
Ray started running out. So I grabbed Ray, and then I was holding Ray for the rest of our conversation. And the guy was like, okay, well, here's a pamphlet. Like, we meet here, blah, blah, blah. I think I cut his spiel so short, and we just talked about cats for like 5 minutes. And then the little boy was just staring at Ray, and I was like, do you want to touch him? Do you want to pet him? And all 3 of them were like, yes.
And then you were like, do you want a photo all together with Ray? And then you sent them on their way.
No, not really. But
holy shit.
It was like the best interaction with Jehovah's Witnesses I possibly could have imagined.
I love it.
You killed them with kindness.
You did.
I didn't even invite him in. My house was a mess. I don't have time for this shit.
Fuck off.
I would have asked him to help pick up.
Yeah,
come on in. You start
Are
on
you
the dishes.
witnessing this mess? Because I could use a little...
We just talked about cat breeds. They told me about their cats. Funny stories.
So
I love that.
All right. The fuck
But
off
that's not
lady.
what happened. Yeah.
Okay.
So the fuck off lady then picked up some mail that was sitting on the front stoop and threw it at my 5-year-old son and slammed the door.
Holy shit. Oh
That's lunacy.
I get it to a point. I really get it. I can be annoying. It can be annoying when someone rings your doorbell selling something, and you have every right in the world to decline and shut the door. You can even be a little rude if the mood insists on it. That's fair. Or here's a thought. Don't answer the door.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I kind of stole the thunder there because I already said it.
No, but you're right.
Yeah. But what you can't do is yell at children and scare them and make them cry. And what you really can't do is yell at my children and scare them and make them cry. Mm-hmm. Because I might be a Girl Scout leader, but honey, I'm a Scorpio first.
Yes.
You think you're fucking busy right now? Just wait 3 to 7 business days.
What?
I already know your address. Finding out your name was easy. Then, of course, you have your Facebook profile set to public.
Oh my
Too busy
God.
for privacy. Yeah. Too busy for privacy settings, I suppose. Oh, and look, there you are on LinkedIn with your work address and professional contact information looking like a smug ass thunder cunt. Cute.
Yes.
Church mailers, magazine subscriptions, political action groups, cellular service companies, meal kits, airline vouchers, vacation clubs, personal trainers, the RNC, the DNC, zillions of volunteer opportunities, and every single credit card application on the planet is heading straight to your doorstep, desk, and multiple email addresses.
Oh, no.
There aren't enough tiny unsubscribe buttons options in the galaxy to get you out of this one.
Oh, my God.
You need
Duke
rocket money.
Yeah, you do.
Duke Energy and each and every other of their competitors will be stopping by to talk to you about your energy options and get you a free estimate for switching to clean renewables.
Yes.
Did you know that oodles of free Japanese porn can be sent through the U.S. mail? Me neither. Y'all learn something new every day, I guess. Interested in hearing more about the Jehovah's Witnesses?
Oh,
you
my
are
God.
now.
Oh, my God.
Talk to them about cats. They love it.
Latter-day Saints, them too.
No.
Would you like to take advantage of all 7 of these local internet providers' limited time low prices for new customers? Let's find out.
This is Amanda reading her headline earlier.
I love this.
And because I know you're so busy, I noted that it would be best for you to meet with these 50-plus solicitors between the hours of 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. every Saturday and Sunday for the rest of eternity. Unfortunately for you, I was not busy today. Don't fuck with Girl Scouts. Love you, gals. Cheers.
Oh my God.
Interested in Jehovah's Witnesses? You are now.
You're scary, and I will never cross you, anonymous emailer.
I love that.
I mean, and here's a story. I'd done a news interview about the death of my sister. She died of a fentanyl poisoning a couple of years ago. And the comments section underneath this on Facebook was, so amazing. And I just clicked on the first guy who said Darwin taking its course. And I went to his profile, found out where he worked, went to the website for the National Weather Organization, found his desk phone number, and started subscribing that.
Yes.
Nice.
Everywhere. Because I'm like, I've got nothing better to do right now.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know, grief takes many forms, and I love the form yours took.
Yeah.
I love it when it's a form of trolling.
That is incredible. I'm good. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this very much.
There's obviously much to be said about being anonymous on the internet, but it goes both ways.
Yeah, when you're an asshole, it's great when you just leave all your information out for the world to see. Love that.
Yeah. And that's the weird thing is some of these people are bullies and they have stalkerish tendencies, but they're too stupid to lock down their own profiles. And
Right.
It's like, you know, give me 15 seconds. I will find every member of your family. It's not that hard.
No.
Yeah.
It's just
I will find photos of the inside of your father-in-law's home.
Literally.
I mean, I don't use my power for evil. I really don't. But
when pressed.
But you are a Scorpio.
Yeah, and we are researchers and murderers and trials.
You think we don't know where to put this information to get more information? We literally pay people to do that.
Yeah.
It's like
I love it.
when Josh was telling us about the story of the people who said they found his hotel key on the floor and they were just in the room and the hotel staff wasn't doing anything to resolve it. And they were trying to gaslight Josh about him losing his key. And I was like, they clearly don't know what you do for a living.
They have no idea who they're dealing with. Well, you did a great job reading those.
Good job, Justin.
Awesome.
Even though you were really confused about the assignment when you started.
We
were not clear.
So much better. I'm putting that one on him.
Well,
That one's on him.
I wasn't prepared.
We'll have a really short corner because I know we had a very robust episode this month.
We did.
So I'm going to skip straight to the obituary area because that's all I got. Because as we record this, we're going to close it out. As we record this, it is still June. It is still Pride Month. Honestly, every month is a month to be proud.
Correct.
Of our LGBTQIA plus community. So this one was sent in by many of you. So thank you to everyone. Specifically, the article I'm reading is from the CBC. That's Canada.
Yeah.
Those damn Canadians.
Freaking Canadians. The bees, I think, were also in Canada.
Justin, are you Canadian? Why do I think you're Canadian?
No.
I wouldn't apologize after stinging you.
That's true. You're like a Canadian Sun and an American Rising.
I love this.
Okay. Linda Sargent says she hopes her beloved Uncle Ed has finally found peace after coming out as gay in his obituary.
Oh, I love Uncle Ed.
Yes. Edward Thomas Ryan, an 85-year-old retired volunteer firefighter and veterans advocate from Rensselaer, New York, wrote in his obituary published this week in the Albany Times-Union, quote, "I was gay all my life."
Oh, I'm so sad that he couldn't
85.
live his truth.
I'm sorry for not having the courage to come out as gay. I was afraid of being ostracized by family, friends, and coworkers. Seeing how people like me were treated, I just could not do it, he wrote.
That's not your fault. You don't have anything to be sorry for. We're sorry.
Now that my secret is known, I will forever rest in peace.
Oh my God.
Sargent, his niece, who had long known her uncle's secret, was moved by his words. I was like, you go, Uncle Ed, she said. Ryan was a retired firefighter, a radio station founder, and decorated colonel with the New York Guard, a state volunteer defense force that assists the National Guard in times of emergency. I don't know if it says it in here, but he has like a shitload of medals, bravery, honors, one of which was like in response for the September 11th attacks.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
His family said he also served in Vietnam but never saw combat. He was a member of several charities that helped Vietnam War veterans. Quote, Colonel Ryan's story is a powerful reminder of the struggles that many LGBTQ plus service members have faced, says Rachel Brannaman, executive director of Modern Military Association of America, a network of 2S LGBTQ plus military members and their families. His courage in sharing his truth, even posthumously, is a testament to the need for continued advocacy and support for LGBTQ plus individuals in all walks of life, including the military. Sargent described her uncle as a, quote, wonderful man who helped and gave to people. He was also, she said, a private person who didn't get close to too many people.
Yeah. I mean, he lived in fear like his entire life.
Yeah. A very carefully orchestrated.
If you're already a private person and then you feel like you're carrying this heavy secret, it would be hard to get close to people. I'm glad he was able to tell his niece.
Well, yeah, more people knew, but I'll get to it. She had always had a special relationship with him, she said, helping him with his volunteer work and bringing him to his doctor's appointments. Aww. She said, quote, he was my uncle. He was my best friend. He's like my father. I was blessed. Ryan never told most of his relatives that he was gay, she said, though it was something of an open secret in the family. But she says he told her more than a decade ago. She said, quote, I knew he had his obituary ready for years. And then he asked me probably about 15 years ago, should I put down that I'm gay and let the world know so I can be at peace? Ugh. I told my uncle, you do what you need to do.
Yes, that's a great answer.
In his obituary, Ryan reveals, despite being in the closet, he wasn't alone. He wrote, quote, I was in a loving and caring relationship with Paul Cavagnaro of North Greenbush. He was the love of my life. We had 25 great years together. Paul died in 1994 from a medical procedure gone wrong. I will be buried next to Paul.
I mean, there's so many elements of feeling like, or in many cases, having for survival to stay closeted. It's like he lost his spouse in 1994 and couldn't like openly grieve that loss. Like, fully.
Yeah. And they had kind of an arrangement. So Sargent says that she knew about Cavagnaro, but she had never met him. Her uncle would bring women as dates to events, and he always left his partner behind when he visited the family for holidays.
I'm gonna fucking cry. This is awful. That's so sad.
But the couple often appeared at Cavagnaro family events together, according to Paul's nephew, Chris Malloy. Quote, their relationship was understood within our family, even if it wasn't openly discussed, adding that they were a, quote, lovely couple. Malloy described his late uncle as charming and fun and says he worked as a bartender at Albany's only gay bar.
Oh, my God.
He said Ryan went by the name Ed with his family and colleagues, the man whose obit we're talking about, but he used the name Tom with Cavagnaro's friends and family. Wow. The couple drove separate vehicles and lived in the countryside so that Ed could maintain appearances.
Wow. Oh, this is so sad.
When Cavagnaro died, Sargent says her uncle was bereft. He never got another soulmate or nothing, she said. He just kind of, kept to himself.
Oh, my heart is broken.
When Ryan first came out to Sargent, she says he expressed concern that he would be judged. Quote, I was like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not God that's judging us for being gay or whatever. It's the country. It's the people in the world. Yeah. She hopes that in death, her uncle has finally found the peace he's been looking for all his life. Ugh, she says, quote, we're all God's children. I just wish that I can see him up in heaven with his friend, sitting down in a paradise having dinner together.
Oh.
Isn't that so cute?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to read you the part of his obit just because these are his words and it's not chopped up at all. The family, it seems like the family wrote the majority of it. It lists out all of his medals and accomplishments and military and service stuff, which I found so intriguing because there's all the stuff celebrating his bravery and how he's such a role model and such a leader. And yet he was made to feel like he couldn't shout his true self his entire life.
And then the bravery to, as his last message to the world, to put it all out there.
Okay, so this is that part of his obituary. Edward wanted to share the following. I must tell you one more thing. I was gay all my life, through grade school, through high school, through college, through life. I was in a loving and caring relationship with Paul Cavagnaro of North Greenbush. He was the love of my life. We had 25 great years together. Paul died in 1994 from a medical procedure gone wrong. I'll be buried next to Paul. I'm sorry for not having the courage to come out as gay. I was afraid of being ostracized by family, friends, and coworkers. Seeing how people like me were treated, I just could not do it. Now that my secret is known, I will forever rest in peace.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. That's a powerful message.
Yeah. I can only imagine, he's 85, like how he was treated or how gay people were treated back in whatever, the 1950s, 1960s.
And in the military.
Yeah.
And upstate New York. I mean, everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, and he was a fireman. Like, he was in all of these very stereotypically masculine roles, jobs. Oh, God. I just feel so sad that he didn't feel safe enough to come out all his life. And so grateful that despite that barrier, he was able to fall in love and have a beautiful relationship, even though it's everyone else's fucking loss that they didn't get to know his partner and truly know him and how they were together. That's and I hope that anyone surviving that would have had any fucking bullshit to say about that took this opportunity to evaluate, like, what was it about me that my uncle or my brother or my whoever, my dad, couldn't share his life with me, that he had to bring a fake date to family gatherings with my family because of how he would be treated.
But not with his partner's family.
But not with his partner's family, but that even with his partner's family, probably because of his own fear with backlash in his immediate community, family, work, whatever.
Yeah, he would use a fake name and drive separately and live in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
With his special friend.
With his friend.
Fuck off. I can't.
So this article and this story hits me on a lot of different levels. There's anger, there's sadness, there's hope, there's
love,
disgust,
joy.
there's all that. So I would like to think that Ed would want us to be happy for him.
Yeah.
I think this is a good chance for everyone to reflect on those things you just mentioned. And Pride Month shouldn't just be relegated to June because even though it's June right now as we're recording, we got to.
This comes out in July.
We got to support our peeps all the time. So
and shove our gay agenda right down your fucking throat.
Yeah, where all the bees live.
Yeah,
and that's the thing is, like, everyone talks about the gay agenda, but here's a man who is still closeted up until death. There's not that much of an agenda if people are still scared. Yeah,
he was keeping all of that locked up inside of him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, speaking of locking something up inside of me, Justin, thank you so much for joining us this month.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Tell people
answering
where they
our
can
bat
find
call.
you if just in case they want to hear more of you.
They
Oh
do.
my God. I mean, Generation Y is out there everywhere. So just any platform you want to listen, any social media platform. I don't think we're on X anymore, but everywhere else. The Peripheral, mainly I'm on Facebook or Instagram. And if you just do Peripheral Podcast and you'll see my shiny face on there. It's not the TV show though. Just don't get it mixed up with the TV show.
Got it.
There's a William Gibson sci-fi show called The Peripheral.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where you lifted it from.
Yeah.
I've been around since 2015, 2016 with
What
The Peripheral.
creativity.
Oops, my hand slipped.
I love how abruptly the booze cut out. It gets me every time.
Because they're really long, and so
know.
I just stopped them.
I know, it's great. Okay, Justin, thank
Yes.
you. Despite everything we've ever said about you, we love you, and we can't wait to see you in Denver.
I love you so
Okay.
much.
I love you guys too. And it'll be fun. And you'll get to make fun of me more.
Hell yeah.
It'll be fun. And thank all of you people for listening, and we'll see you next month.
Bye-bye.